They told you the war would be fast, decisive, and far away, but here you are weeks later still alive and wondering why everything feels wrong. Because the most dangerous part of World War III isn't the bombs anymore, it's the moment you realize no one is coming to reset the world you lost. After the sirens stop and the explosions fade, silence takes over cities that once never slept. And people mistake that silence for safety, not realizing that silence after collapse is not peace, it's uncertainty settling in. This is the phase where people breathe again, where they tell themselves they survived the worst, where routines slowly return. And that relief becomes deadly because it lowers awareness faster than fear ever could. Power grids flicker, stores partially open, radios still speak in calm voices. But these are echoes of systems running on borrowed time. Not signs of recovery, and confusing activity with stability is how people walk straight into danger. By now people assume tomorrow will resemble today, they assume rules still matter, they assume help will eventually arrive. And those assumptions quietly erase the survival instincts that kept them alive in the first place. Food doesn't disappear overnight, it thins out. Medicine doesn't vanish, it becomes conditional. Water still flows but not equally. And scarcity stops looking dramatic and starts looking normal, which is when it begins killing silently. In this stage people smile again, talk again, even joke, but underneath those interactions calculations are happening. Who has resources, who is weak, who is useful, and who is expendable when the next disruption hits? Hope returns not as strength but as denial. Hope that leaders have control. Hope that agreements still protect you. Hope that morality will override survival, and that kind of hope convinces people to stop preparing. No one announces new authority, it emerges through access, through permission, through who can say no and make it stick. And by the time people notice who truly holds power, they are already dependent on it. People don't die because they panic, they die because they relax, because they expand movement, increase exposure. Trust familiar faces too quickly, and forget that collapse doesn't end, it only changes shape. Those who last don't feel optimistic or heroic, they feel cautious, restrained, even boring, they track consumption. Limit interaction, observe patterns, and accept that comfort is not a goal, longevity is. World War III doesn't just destroy cities, it blurs moral lines, because choices become less about right and wrong, and more about consequences, and people who cling to pre-war ethics without adaptation suffer first. Talking too much, moving too often, helping too openly, all of it creates visibility. And visibility attracts attention, attention attracts expectations, and expectations become demands you may not survive. Real survivors don't announce changes, they quietly adjust routes, alliances, routines, and priorities. Understanding that the less noticeable the shift, the safer it is in a world watching for weakness. By now it becomes clear this isn't an event, it's an era, and survival means thinking in months and years, not days. Conserving energy, avoiding conflict, and preparing for systems that may never fully return. World War III doesn't end with a surrender, it ends with people realizing the old world is gone. And choosing whether to adapt or cling to memories, and history shows memory is heavier than any backpack. If you're watching this and it feels unsettling, that's because awareness is uncomfortable. And comfort is dangerous, so subscribe to The Last 72 Hours. Share this with someone who still thinks surviving the war means surviving the bombs. And remember, staying alive after collapse isn't about strength, it's about seeing the truth early and acting quietly.